Beloved viewers, welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. Launching ceremony of outbreak immunization strengthening activities. And on the international scenes, the five crew members are dead announced the company Ocean Gates. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. Djibouti's ambassador to Cairo, His Excellency Ahmed Ali, presented his credential yesterday, the credential letters. As Djibouti is a non-resident ambassador to Libya, to the president of the Libyan Presidential Council, the accredit letter ceremony took place after the parade of the Guards of Honors and the playing of the national anthem. President Mohamed Younis Al-Manfi, president of the Libyan Presidential Council, accepted the letter of credence of Excellency Ambassador Ahmed Ali, congratulating him on his post for his presence and representation. At the end of the meeting, His Excellency the Ambassador Ahmed Ali offered his sincere congratulations and the best of wishes to his mission. And on his side, the president of the Libyan Council, he said the government and people on the occasion of Eid al-Adha. Djibouti's Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdille, preside over the launch ceremony for the intensification of community immunization activities held at the Farhat Community Health Center. The ceremony was attended by the Japanese embassies, the USAID representative of Djibouti, and the UNICEF representative, and the World Health Organization representative were present at this event. These acceleration activities once again reflect the Ministry of Health's determination to improve the accessibility and quality of healthcare service at all levels on the health pyramids, with particular emphasis on maternal and child health. With this in mind, the Ministry of Health has decided to reinforce the existing routines immunization program for children under 5 years of age, as well as the anti-COVID-19 vaccination by implementing a vast plan to deploy NABL teams and multiply immunization sites with a view to rapidly achieving optimal vaccination coverage. The Department of Health will be providing files teams with new measures and means of transport, including 4 vehicles and the track vaccine to being vaccinated closer to home and reach families farther from health facilities. In his speech, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdille, states that in order to improve immunization coverage on the country, every effort was being made to reach the entire population, especially mothers and child, who are a priority for the country. He also said that the implementation of this vaccination intensification activities follows the recent numerous surveys carried out by the Ministry of Health on the vaccination rates of children under 5, screening of malnutrition children, and prenatal consultation for pregnant women. Djibouti Standards and Quality Agency closed a 4 days training workshop for its staff at the Sheraton Hotels on Thursday. All staffs of Djibouti Standards Agency took part in training, which was aimed at improving competence and broadening expertise in the field of food safety for the staff of Djibouti Standards Agency in order to fully assume the rules founded by the European Union, the capacity holding program to improve quality in the private sector is a priority for the Djibouti Standards Agency. To this in mind, with the help of an international expert, the agency's staff attended 4 days training courses on standards and food safety to improve their skills. At the end of the courses, the delegation led by the Director General of Djibouti Standards and Quality Agency met with the Minister of Trade, Mr. Mohamed Warsamadiri, in his office. In his speech, the Director General of Djibouti Standards and Quality Agency, he explained in his speech the main objective of the training, which was aimed at improving competence and broad mapping expertise in the file of food safety for the staff of Djibouti Standards Agency in order to fully assume the rules, he said. On an official delegation led by Colonel Zakaria Hassan Aden, Chief of Staff of the Gendarmerie National, comprising senior official and the representative of Djibouti's permanent mission of the United Nations in New York, visit the Republic of Djibouti from June 17 to 23 to the Central African Republic for an inspection visit. The deployed in the Chief of Staff of Gendarmerie National traveled to the boats and United Nations flight on Thursday, June 13 at the at 1 p.m. Where it was where they were welcomed by the head of the local UN office commander, the commander and the Tunisian Rapid Intervention Unit, as well as a number of other officials. Colonel Zakaria Hassan Aden was then received by the head of and were welcome him and brief the security situation in the camp, and the chief of staff for this part thank his hosted for the warm welcome for his general overview of the situation. The whole delegation then headed for Camp Djibouti FPU, where a picket line was set up to pay homage of the Chief of Staff Major. As part of the inspections visit, the military authorities was able to make a meeting with the officials and other officials. Colonel Zakaria Hassan Aden also took time to meet exclusively with the 22 female personals of the contingents. During this discussion, department heads and female personals discussed the rules within the units, their impression and their grievance. The impression also such the specific activities and support.
baadhuudha harsiyaa namaa. Jangaramaayi yaamineen kinninoo ibalelle aana kinninoo nekadaaf gulguluu yamri diggiyaanamaayi ittali haylaluuk neknaharratta dalte baadhuudha harsiyaa namaayi ittali haylaluuk neknaharratta dalte baadhuudha harsiyaa namaa.
During its stay in the camp, the delegation inspected the major and equipment, elected the needs expressed on the ground, and instructed by the head of a delegation of the chief of staff, reviewed the troop during taken up of the army organized on Wednesday, June 14, 2023, in the place due to report the flag, and gave a speech in which he addressed the troops at the land and expressing his support and congratulate them on their commitment. He went on the emphasize the rules of ambassador that they embodies on Central African soil and the fundamental values of the United Nations, which must govern their everyday behavior as part of their mission. The military authorities have informed the troops that they enjoy and support but also the President of the Republic, Supreme Chief of the Army Forces, who is on the Army Forces, take a keen interest in their situation. Warm congratulations on the evening, and the camp FPU organizer for the Chief of Staff and delegation also were invited to this convivial moment on the parade. his speech, the Chief of Staff conveyed to the troops the encouragement from the Minister of Defense, who urged them to always give their best addressing the 22 contingent personnel whom he congratulated on their efficiency for their work and effort. Colonel Zakaria Hassan Adan expressed his admirations for the decisive roles they played in the unit within their units. As part of the 46th anniversary of the creation of the National Police, the Ethiopian and Somalian delegation gets of honors at the 46th anniversary ceremony visit the Dorale DMP multipurpose port. The Ethiopian delegation, led by the Commissioner General of the Ethiopian Federal Police and the head of Somali Police, General Salih Ahmed, and his colleague were accompanied by the police's director and also the security Colonel Umar Hassan, but also the Lieutenant Colonel Usman Abdi. On their arrival at the port of Djibouti, the two delegations were warmly received by the director of DMP, Mr. Jama Ibrahim Darar, the Commissioner General of Ethiopian Federal Police, and the Somali counterpart. Then the lieutenant made the explanation on how the DMP operates. The day also ended with the presentation of a gift to the boat delegation by the general manager of DMP and traditional groups photo. The 46th anniversary of the creation of the National Police were a colorful ceremony in Ali Sabih region. The police barrack following in the footsteps of National Police detachment throughout the country. The police official at the barracks in Ali Sabih region celebrate the 46th anniversary of their creation on Thursday, June 22. In the early hours of the day, the brand new barracks decorating the national colors hosted the ceremony celebrating their creation, which takes place every year on June 22. Before the proclamation of the National Independence Day. The event, chaired by the region's prefect, Abdul Malik Mohammed Benoita, was attended by deputy from the National Hemicycle and Abdi Khair Buh, and also the deputy prefect Saida Waberi, the commander of national police forces based in the region, Major Mahdi Umar Jama, the president of the regional council, but also is Vice President Daoud Said, the colonel of the regional army forces, Roble Mohammed, the lieutenant of National Gendarmery's detachment, state official traditionals, and other influential figures from the civil society attend for this ceremony. On Ali Sabih, the festivities for the 46th anniversary of the National Police begin with a review of troops, followed by a salute of honors to the national flag and the music of national anthem by the prefect, accompanied by commander of the region's National Police. After reviewing the troop, Major Mahdi Umar Jama made a speech in which he read out of speech the Director General of the National Police to the men and women of various uniformed corps of this Republican institution, which guarantee the international security of Djiboutian people. This was followed by the unveiling of the walls years near the entrance to the barrack, the Unity Walls, according to the initiators. These walls is a symbol of the friendship between the different members of the national community. The sign for the site cover in the national colors was unveiled jointly by the Prefect Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita and members of parliament, Mr. Abdi Khairi Abuh. The ceremony was attended by Regional Council President Sharmake Hassan and the Regional Deputy Hassan Umar Absi. This ceremony was aimed to celebrate the 46th anniversary of the creation of national police ended with the customary family photo of the officials and regional official member of the National Assembly and all the guests of Ali Sabih region attend for this ceremony. In Dakhel, the police detachment in the city of Unity celebrate the 46th anniversary of creation of the National Police Forces this morning, as yesterday morning, as did the rest of the country. The National Police played a crucial role in maintaining orders, protecting citizens, and preserving security in the society. This anniversary is an opportunity to pay tribute to the members of Dakhel region, Dakhel police forces for their service and commitment to the community. The event was attended by the prefect of Dakhel region, Mr. Hassan Abdi Roble, the president of the regional council, Mr. Mahad Hussein Ahmed, his Vice President Ibrahim Guru, the Deputy Prefect of the Dakhel region, Joint Regiment, the Gendarmerie South Sector's officials, civil and customary authorities, and representatives of the region's associations were attended for this ceremony. After a review of troops, the head of the Dakhel police detachment gave a speech in which he said was full of meaning for the officer. He emphasized the rules of police in guaranteeing peace and social protection. The National Police of Tajura region, presided over by the to celebrate the 46th anniversary. The traditional ceremony was attended by the Prefect Hassan Dabale, Council of President Umar Hussein, and the notables, gendarmerie official, and members of civil society who took part in this evening, in this event. The Prefect then led words the martyrs' monuments in memory of our national martyr heroes who sacrificed their lives to ensure a peaceful atmosphere in the region.
اللهم أبد الدار خير من داره وأهل خير من أهله وأزواج خير من أزواجهم.
C'est un jour de fête et de joie pour l'ensemble de la communauté.
And now in Obokh region, following in the footstep of other inland region, Obokh police forces celebrate the 46th anniversary of the creation of the National Police under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Kamil Ali Mohammed, commemorated every year on June 22. The anniversary of the Police National is also a day dedicated to announcing the action undertaken and future prospects for this corps dedicated to the security of our population. The event was hosted by Lieutenant Colonel Kamil Ali and Obokh Police Detachment and was attended by the Obokh Prefect, Mr. Musa Aden Migeni, the Vice President of the Obokh Regional Council, and various heads of the centralized service. After a warm welcome, the Police Lieutenant Colonel Kamil Ali Mohammed and the Prefect reviewed the troops. In his opening remarks, the Police Director General emphasized the roles of the police as guarantors of peace and social protection.
abal sugidda dhiirane nabti lagu hurdaanahay dhaacadiid maseexdo kama baxa dhufayske caadugii dhabbarayo shaanqadhaan dhegaysta dhaacadiid maseexdo kama baxa dhufayske caadugii dhabbarayo shaanqadhaan dhegaysta dhulka inaan difaacon dhoobadayda nabadda ah caadawaha ka dhowdan dhaar ilaah ku maray dhaar ilaah ku maray.
En matière d'avancement,
At the end of the speeches, the element of Obokh police proceeded to the parade, the ceremony to mark the 46th anniversary of the National Police Forces continued with a beautiful offer by the Obokh police commanding official Lieutenant Colonel Kamil Ali Mohammed in a serene atmosphere in the presence of Obokh Prefect Mr. Musa Aden Migeni and the head of the decentralized service.
dhaacadiid maseexdo kama baxa dhufayske caadugii dhabbarayo shaanqadhaan dhegaysta dhaacadiid maseexdo kama baxa dhufayske caadugii dhabbarayo shaanqadhaan dhegaysta.
And now moving on to the international scenes. In a press release issued on Thursday evening, June 22, Ocean Gates, the company that organized a submarine descent to the wreck of Titanic, announcement that all 5 crew members were missing.
The U.S. Coast Guard previous was a catastrophic implosion. Part of this submersible were found on Tuesday, approximately 1,687 meters from the pole of the Titanic wreck. It had disappeared on Sunday. The men on board the sub included Stockton Welch, the 61-year-old Ocean Kate, British Pakistani businessman Shahzad Dawood, 48, and his son Salman, 19, and Britishman business Hamish Hardin, 58. The 50 men on board Paul Henry and Archibald was a 77-year-old former French Navy diver and renowned explorer.
This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.